Welcome everyone to the FortiEDR threat hunting module video series. This is video number 3 where we're gonna explore this particular threat hunting filter feature. This is really awesome feature that is very beneficial for threat hunters. And as you can see here, you can expand it. We have more 12 filters. It's pretty much about 22 filter. So let's explore them one by one. So here, for example, you can filter out data based on the event type. For example, here we've got the a value read, which is a registry value read. You've got a library loaded, and if we take an example of this particular one, you can do really advanced detection techniques. Let me give you an example. Let's assume that you have Mimikatz as a malicious process running on a specific agent, and as you know, Mimikatz is used for doing credential dumping. For example, you can dump credentials from LSAS. You can as well dump credentials, for example, the local SAM file that will give you the different local users NTLM hashes, and you can dump DP related informations whatever available on the LSAS process, you can dump it, and also the SAM file. However, Mimikatz, when loaded, it's dealing with the different Windows 32 API, right? So, or what is called, you can call it syscalls, like it's named in a Linux if you have a Linux background. So those loaded libraries are loaded in a specific order. Each process load or deal with Windows 32 APIs in a special way, and load those libraries in a specific order. Using this particular filter, you can identify the nature of a specific process in the kernel level. So let's assume that Mimikatz will load library called a.dll, then it will load library called b.dll, then c.dll. Okay, this order will fingerprint fingerprint the Mimikatz as a process. So here you can identify or differentiate between a process A and process B. Yes, it's difficult, but it is useful, and it is an advanced way to tackle malwares, or to detect malwares. Here you've got value set. For example, here in case of a persistency mechanism, someone will go ahead and set a registry key for example, auto starting a program when the operating system boots up. You got here Socket Connect. It's really awesome to investigate network communications, and you have other things. The behaviors here is really awesome feature, where you can, for example, filter data based on the behavior type. For example, privilege escalation, code injection, reconnaissance, scripting, persistency, process hollowing, and others. We've got here source process, also I think we have target process. Yeah, here it is. So you can, for example, here see that the source process is Explorer and the target process is PowerShell, for example, or the source process is Microsoft Word and the target process is PowerShell, which is an indication that this Microsoft Word has a macro that started PowerShell, which is abnormal behavior. Here as well, we have the source process signed. You can see the signature, whether it's signed by Microsoft or other product. We've got the target file name. This is also really useful. For example, here we've got PS exec SVC. This is the PS exec service. You've got the target file path. For example, you can see that specific process SVC host is running from a different location. It's not system32 directory, which is suspicious. And the target process signed, it's like the source process signed. We've got the registry names. Here you can see you may have, for example, an indicator of compromise, registry key name, for example. You can check it, see it here. We've got registry key, the full path of it. We've got registry values. We've got the protocols. This is also really useful thing. For example, you can start hunting for TCP based communications, and as you know, threat hunting is hypothesis driven engagement. You can also filter out data based on the remote IP addresses. You can also check or filter out data based on the remote port numbers. For example, here, if your hypothesis, threat hunting hypothesis, says that you are going to hunt for PS remoting based communications or suspicious communications, you can filter out on that port. You've got here something really interesting, as you can see. Let's click on that thing. So this is the target process file downloaded. If you apply it, you will see that we've got the target process here is downloaded from the internet. Look, it's PS exec only. This is, if you have a digital forensics background, this is done by something called the zone number. For example, if a specific file has in the meta keys, in the metadata of that particular file or binary zone, the zone number set to 3, that means this file was downloaded from the internet. So here, in a single click, you can filter out on that particular information. It's really awesome feature. The target process, most malwares run on 32-bit process. We've got the target process, we talked about it. Source process file downloaded, as I told you before. If I remember, it's zone number. We have 0, 1, 2, 3. You can check it on the internet, but I believe zone 3 is related to files downloaded from the internet. And by the way, I believe AppLocker, Windows AppLocker feature, has this feature. You can, for example, tell it wherever you find a specific binary or file that has the zone number as 3, which is downloaded from the internet, please don't allow it to be started. We've got the source process architecture, the same 32-bit or 64-bit, and we've got the source process protection, the source process product name, which is as you can see here, we have Microsoft, Google, etc. This is also good information, but you can't rely on it when dealing with when you are doing investigations. I think this is it for this video. See you next time.